Councilman Jacobs, Councilman Grover,
Here.
Councilman Keenan, Councilman Sedano,
Here.
Councilman Ballman,
Here.
Councilman Mazza,
Here.
President Gonzalez.
Here. Please stand for the prayer and pledge of allegiance led by Councilman Keenan.
Almighty God, as we legislate for our community, a strong sense of justice and fair play permeate all we do. Above all, may we seek out your holy will. Give us the strength to follow it, regardless of all your considerations. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is a regular meeting of the City Council as incorporated in the annual meetings notice of 2012, which was filed in the City Clerk's office and posted on the bulletin board on December 27, 2011, and sent to the Star Ledger and Home News Tribune in compliance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law of New Jersey. I will now open the public speaking portion of the meeting. Is there any taxpayer or resident wishing to address City Council may do so at this time? Again, is there anybody wishing to address City Council may do so at this time? Seeing none, I close the public speaking portion of the meeting. I'd like to recognize Councilwoman Perkins Augustine.
Thank you, Mr. President.
We will now move on to public hearings.
Ordinance number 4283, an ordinance to amend the Kapkowski Road redevelopment plan, specifically regarding 2 parcels of land along North Avenue zoned for regional retail, commercial, and service use, be modified to permit seaport intermodal uses.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4283. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4283? Once again, you've heard the reading of ordinance number 4283. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4283? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance number 4283.
Ordinance number 4284, an ordinance to amend the Trumbull Street redevelopment plan, specifically to revise the permitted use in the C2 and limited light industrial zones to include natural gas petroleum filling station on a lot smaller than 1 acre, transportation and collection operations, and warehousing and trucking operation.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4284. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4284? Once again, you've heard the reading of ordinance number 4284. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4284? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance number 4284.
Ordinance number 4285, grant an encroachment permit to Arcadis, Fair Lawn, New Jersey, on behalf of Thomas & Betts Corporation to install 2 groundwater monitoring wells and 2 soil vapor monitoring wells in the South 1st Street right-of-way adjacent to the former Thomas & Betts property.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4285. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4285? Once again, you've heard the reading of ordinance number 4285. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4285? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance number 4285.
Ordinance number 4286, amend ordinance number 4163, adopted November 10, 2010, authorizing a lease agreement between the City of Elizabeth and 208 Commerce LLC for use by the Municipal Court Annex, specifically to change ownership to 207 Broad LLC, with all terms of the lease agreement unchanged.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4286. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4286? Once again, you've heard the reading of ordinance number 4286. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4286? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance number 4286.
Ordinance number 4287, authorize the establishment of personalized handicap parking space for Antonio Alves, 227 Clark Place.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4287. Is there anyone present who would like to address ordinance number 4287? Once again, you've heard the reading of ordinance number 4287. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4287? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance number 4287.
Ordinance number 4288, authorize the establishment of personalized handicap parking space for Carlos A. Rivas, 25 Christine Street.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4288. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4288? Once again, you've heard the reading of ordinance number 4288. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4288? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance number 4288.
Ordinance number 4289, rescind ordinance number 3771, adopted December 13, 2005, which authorized the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for James C. Hankins, 624 Green Street.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4289. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4289? Once again, you've heard the reading of ordinance number 4289. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4289? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance number 4289. With the consent of my colleagues, I will dispense with the reading of the petitions and communications and reports of city officers and move on to ordinances on first reading.
Ordinance number 4290, granted encroachment permit to Kleinfelder East, Inc., Hamilton, New Jersey, on behalf of ExxonMobil Environmental Services Company to install 4 soil borings in the access road to the Department of Public Works maintenance facility and 1 monitoring well in the Atlantic Street right-of-way in the vicinity of the access road to the Department of Public Works maintenance facility.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4290. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jackas. Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Resolution passes on first reading.
Ordinance number 4291, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Amparo Laredo, 414 Marshall Street.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4291. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jackas.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on first reading.
Ordinance number 4292, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Gladys R. Leva, 622 4th Avenue.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4292. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jackas.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on first reading. Public hearing and further consideration of the foregoing ordinances shall take place at the City Council meeting to be held Tuesday, March 13, 2012 at 7:30 p.m.
Ordinance number 4293. Authorize a refunding bond ordinance in an amount not to exceed $8,800,000 for general obligation refunding bond series 2012 for cost savings by refinancing existing debt service obligations for outstanding callable general improvement bonds, Series 2003.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4293. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on first reading. Public hearing and further consideration of the foregoing ordinance shall take place at the City Council meeting to be held Tuesday, March the 27th, 2012 at 7:30 p.m. We will now move on to ordinances on final passage.
Ordinance number 4283, an ordinance to amend the Kapkowski Road redevelopment plan, specifically regarding 2 parcels of land along North Avenue zone for regional, retail, commercial, and service use be modified to permit seaport intermodal uses.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4283. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on final.
Ordinance number 4284, an ordinance to amend the Trumbull Street redevelopment plan, specifically to revise the permitted use in the C2 and limited light industrial zones to include natural gas petroleum filling station on a lot smaller than 1 acre, transportation and collection operations, and warehousing and trucking operation.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4284. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on final reading.
Ordinance number 4285, granting encroachment permit to Arcadis, Fair Lawn, New Jersey, on behalf of Thomas and Betts Corporation to install 2 groundwater monitoring wells and 2 soil vapor monitoring wells in the South First Street right-of-way adjacent to the former Thomas and Betts property.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4285. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on final reading.
Ordinance number 4286, amend ordinance number 4163, adopted November 10, 2010, authorizing a lease agreement between the City of Elizabeth and 208 Commerce LLC for use by the Municipal Court Annex, specifically to change ownership to 207 Broad LLC with all terms of the lease agreement unchanged.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4286. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on final reading.
Ordinance number 4287, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Antonio Alves, 227 Clark Place.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4287. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
25 Christine Street.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4288. What is your pleasure?
We urge for a vote.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on final reading.
Ordinance number 4289, rescind ordinance number 3771, adopted December 13, 2005, which authorized the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for James C. Hankins, 624 Green Street.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4289. What is your pleasure?
We urge for a vote.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs. Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Ordinance passes on final reading. We will now move on to new business. But prior to that, Councilman Grover, you had something you wanted to share with the council?
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to move a resolution under new under suspension of the rules with my colleagues' consent. As you all may have read this past weekend, it became public that the Archdiocese of Newark is looking to close St. Patrick's High School in Elizabethport. It's a high school that's been around since 1836, over 100 years. I received the benefit of education through St. Patrick's High School, as well as many other people over the years. And what I'd like to do is have a resolution sent to the Archdiocese of Newark, asking the Archbishop to reconsider their position in closing that high school, either work with the alumni of the high school to generate the funds to keep the school open, or redirect some funds from the Archbishop's office to keep the high school open. It is one of 3 Catholic high schools in the city of Elizabeth, probably one of the oldest Catholic high schools in Elizabeth, and I really would like a resolution to be prepared and sent out to the Archdiocese requesting that information.
Second.
Okay. That is your motion, Councilman? Well, I need first the motion to suspend the rules for the purpose of considering the resolution.
So, motion to suspend the rules first.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Okay. Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs. Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Okay. So now, Councilman, your motion is to send a letter to the Archdiocese requesting that they keep or work with St. Patrick's to keep that school.
Correct.
Do I have a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any comments? Councilman Jacobs.
Mr. President, I agree with Councilman Grover with regards to the resolution. However, I have a great concern with the fact, or the reason why they're closing the school down is because of low SAT scores. I don't know how that will affect high schools in Elizabeth or even in the county or state of New Jersey. There are schools where there are low SAT scores in some of the best schools in New Jersey. I don't use low SAT scores is beyond me, but I'd like to see some of those scores. We could possibly get that report. Because to use that sheet to close the school down does not make any sense.
Anything else, Councilman? Councilman Keenan.
Yes, I'd like to support Councilman Grover. I actually heard the news this morning on WOR radio. I think that St. Patrick's is one of the oldest high schools, not only in the state but in the nation, and it's a real loss and a real tragedy to lose the school. The Catholic school system is a wonderful opportunity to get a good, solid education in our city. It would be really unfortunate if the high school were to close. So I commend my colleague on his resolution and will support it. Thank you.
Are there any other comments? Councilman?
I also support this resolution wholeheartedly, and I even want to go a step beyond sending this resolution. Perhaps the councilman at your leadership, we can perhaps meet with the archdiocese of Newark who's making these decisions. That, you know, I know so many people have gone through St. Patrick. It's an Elizabeth tradition. It's, you know, it's like closing City Hall. St. Pat's has been here forever. So, Councilman, thank you for bringing it to our attention. But if we want to go further, you can try to meet with someone where we can let them know the effects this is going to have, you know, on our community.
We, I didn't mean to cut you.
Anything else, Councilman?
Oh, no, that's enough.
I just wanted to, Mr. President, just following the request, we're having a letter sent out to the Archdiocese on this issue. A few years ago, they were looking to close St. Patrick's Church because they claimed that it was too expensive to keep the church open. Lo and behold, church is now open because people came up and protested it, and the Archdiocese reconsidered the decision. I think it comes down to dollars. I don't think it's SAT scores. Unfortunately, the Archdiocese has become a dollar and cents kind of organization. And to me, I believe that a private school or Catholic education is very important, especially in today's time with the kids teaching morals and manners. And I think they should put dollars and cents aside and make a decision for the kids and provide a Catholic education. So I will be sending out a letter to the Archdiocese to hopefully sit with them if they're willing to sit with me and see if we can come up with an alternative solution.
Councilman Mazza?
Yeah, Mr. President, I also support the First Ward Councilman for this great idea in order to keep the negotiation, the hope alive. But the problem is not the closing down of the school, is the economy is so bad. We do have, I think, 3 high schools, Catholic high schools, St. Mary's, St. Patrick, and Benedictine Academy and Elizabeth. And what I can believe, they're all suffering the same problem. And it's just like a family household. The father doesn't work, the mother doesn't work, who's going to work to support the expenses of a family. So with all my heart, it's an antique school. You know, it's something that is a tradition for Elizabeth, one of the best that I recall, best football team they have out of the school all the time. And I wish you luck. But eventually, the future is not going to be bright for a lot of those private, parochial high school in Elizabeth.
Anything else, Councilman? Anything else, Councilman? Is that it? Are there any other comments? Yeah, I certainly agree wholeheartedly with the resolution that the Councilman of the First Ward is putting forward. To try to do whatever we can, and I know the students, the former students of St. Pat's are really willing to do whatever they can to try to keep that school open, so I will certainly wholeheartedly support the resolution that is being put forward to try to get the Archdiocese to reconsider closing St. Pat's. Roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins-Dusty.
Aye.
Councilman Cuesta.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Rolla.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedano.
Aye.
Councilman Ballman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye, the resolution passed.
Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2012 budget to insert as an item of revenue the State of New Jersey Office of Homeland Security Buffer Zone Protection Program fiscal year 2010 grant in the amount of $200,000. Authorizing amendment to the fiscal year 2012 budget to insert as an item of revenue the State of New Jersey Department of Commerce and Economic Development Urban Enterprise Zone Historic Midtown Special Improvement District grant in the Authorizing amendment to the fiscal year 2012 budget to insert as an item of revenue a FEMA and Department of Homeland Security Assistance to Firefighters grant in the amount of $64,000. Authorizing amendment to the fiscal year 2012 budget to insert as an item of revenue the State of New Jersey Department of Transportation Highway Safety Grant in the amount of $5,000. Authorize the proper city officials to submit an application to the local finance board to finance the city's general obligation refunding bond series 2012 in an amount not to exceed $8,800,000. Authorize the proper city officials to submit a request to the Director Division of Local Finance to make corrections in the city's 2012 fiscal year municipal budget to account for change of title or text of appropriation approved subsequent to the adopted budget. Authorize the award of contract to Motorola Communications and Electronics for New Jersey for the purchase of communications equipment and accessories for various departments for the period February 1, 2012 through January 31, 2013 at a cost not to exceed $75,000. Authorize the award of contract to Store Tractor Company, Branchburg, New Jersey, for the purchase of ground equipment for the Department of Public Works under the Somerset County Co-op for the period February 15, 2012 through December 27, 2012, at a cost not to exceed $50,000. Authorize the proper city officials to enter into an agreement with Union County College, Elizabeth, for the Developing Women for the 21st Century program, honoring National Women's History Month in the amount of $1,250 to defray the rental costs for the event.
You've heard the reading of the resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedano.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. All resolutions passed.
Authorize the proper city officials to execute all appropriate documents for the Federal Emergency Management Agency fiscal year 2011 staffing for adequate fire and emergency response grant in an amount not to exceed $3 million for the hiring of 25 additional firefighters to enable the Elizabeth Fire Department to provide more efficient and effective safety services to the city. Authorize the proper city officials to enter into a contract with the Excel Environmental Resources, Inc., North Brunswick, New Jersey, for a preliminary assessment of Slater Park in the amount of $3,900. Authorize the award of contract to PA Contractors, Inc., Kearney, New Jersey, for the Elizabeth Avenue Streetscape Phase 2 at a cost of $419,211. Authorize the award of contract to HPC Electric, Inc., Roselle, New Jersey, to provide electrical maintenance and emergency repair service at various public buildings for a 2-year period at a cost not to exceed $446,642. Authorize the award of contract to Hatchmont McDonald, Millburn, New Jersey, to provide construction management services for the construction of the Midtown Sewers Western Interceptor project at a cost not to exceed $980,000.
You've heard the reading of the resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs. Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedano.
Aye.
Councilman Gollman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. All resolutions passed.
Authorize an amendment to a resolution adopted October 25, 2011, awarding a contract to the Elizabeth Port Presbyterian Center in the amount of $26,000, specifically for funds to defray costs incurred for the agency's Black History Month program by increasing the contract amount by an additional $1,500. Authorize an amendment to a resolution adopted October 25, 2011, awarding a contract to the Elizabeth Port Development Company, specifically to increase the contract by reprogramming $15,233 from the Elizabeth Port Presbyterian Project for its facade program. Authorize the adoption of a resolution of need for West Jersey Street Holdings, LLC, to apply for financial assistance to the New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency for the construction of up to 40 units of a rental housing development for low-income families on the property located at 313-319 West Jersey Street, pursuant to the provisions of the New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency law. Authorize an amendment to a resolution adopted March 8, 2011, to provide a rental housing program deferred payment loan to Y Homes Inc. for the rehabilitation and repair of the YMCA main building project as required under the terms of the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development in the amount of $779,867, specifically to increase the amount of the loan an additional $229,771.25. Authorize the discharge of the Neighborhood Stabilization Program 1 mortgage with Brand New Day Inc. for the 217-219 First Street project since this project was canceled. Authorize the acceptance of a sculptured bust of General Jose Arcadis to the City of Elizabeth as a gift from the Uruguayan government and community residing in Elizabeth to be placed in Winfield Scott Park. Oppose the fluoridation of the water system, pay utility bills, approve bingo and raffle licenses.
You've heard the reading of the resolutions. What is your pleasure?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments?
Last week, I asked at the council meeting, I had some information with regards to the fluoridation of the water for Elizabeth. It's going to be a state mandate, and I asked the business administrator if in fact she gave me an idea of what the cost would be to the city of Elizabeth. I haven't received that. Although I'm going to support this, I do want that information to find out how much the taxpayers are going to have to pay. Now, she did mention something about the water company. I don't know how much the water company will cover, if they cover everything else. So I think this is something that's very important to the residents of Elizabeth, so that they're aware of the fact that this is going to happen if it passes through the Assembly and Senate. So, and it's not funded by the state, it's going to be funded by the city, all the cities. So we need to really understand what's going on here before we get into big problems with the budget class.
Thank you, Councilman. We will see that if we gets that information to you, Council. Are there any other comments?
Just, Mr. President, Councilman, the second resolution should be amended, should be Elizabeth Development Company.
Thank you, Councilman. Any other comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
I have to abstain on the two Elizabeth Presbyterian Center, Elizabeth Port Presbyterian resolutions. Everything else is denied.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedano.
Aye.
Councilman Goldman.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. All resolutions pass. Commendations. Are there any commendations?
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I would like to commend Elizabeth High School JV basketball people for the national championship. And the coach, this year, coach, and everything.
Sure. Are there any other commendations? Memorials. Don't have it in the list. I would like to add the name of Richard O'Grady. Mr. O'Grady and I, we competed for City Council in 2006. Unfortunately, he passed away this past weekend. And I believe laid to rest today, so I'd like to add. And he's a second ward councilman. He's a lifelong resident of the City of Elizabeth. So I'd like to put his name forward in the memorials. Are there any other memorials?
George O'Grady.
I'm sorry, George O'Grady. Yes, thank you.
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
I'd like to have a memorial for Mr. Jerry Goldman, Those of us who are a little bit older remember Jerry Goldman as a very politically active person here in the city of Elizabeth and at the County of Union as well. It's with sadness that he passed. He was 98 years of age. So I will provide the information to the city clerk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman. Are there any other memorials?
I just have one more. We had a young lady who was the mayor of Seabright, Maria Fernandez, who was a long-life resident of Elizabeth and moved down to Seabright years ago, ran for mayor and was mayor of that town for a few years in a row. She just died of complications of the kidneys, so I'd like to have a memorial for her also.
Sure, Councilman. Any other memorials? Please stand for a moment of silence.
Motion to adjourn.
So move, meeting adjourned.